Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do the tarot reading for singer Park Jihoon. I believe he was part of 101 at some point, but yes, now he's a very successful actor. I love his acting, so I was thinking that I didn't do a reading for him in my channel. So I wanted to start. This is going to be dedicated to him, to see what's available for him for the next 3 months. So yes, let's begin. He got the cards of the Ace of Swords, Four of Swords, the Fool, the Sun, and the King of Wands. And from the Oracle, he got the card of Saturn in Sagittarius, Fulfillment. So yeah, very, very, very interesting cards, very bright, actually very positive. I'm loving this for him. I was like, oh my god, this is a very successful year for him. I know he won an award, but I believe that this is just the beginning. He's going to be working in another project, another K-drama or another movie, and it's going to be even more successful. So yeah, guys, like, get ready. If you're fans of him, get ready to actually hear more good news coming from him and or his music, because I know that he's also an idol. but yeah, starting with the Ace of Swords and the Four of Swords. Definitely, this is not a personality reading, this is just general. But I think that the Ace of Swords and the Four of Swords definitely lets me know what kind of person he is. He's very skillful, he's a very intelligent guy. But I think that there's something about him that there are some parts about his persona that remains hidden. And he wants it this way. I don't know much about him. I haven't had the chance to observe him, but there's something about him being a bit mysterious. And I think that for his craft and what he's doing at the moment is very beneficial. He takes periods of break. He knows when to peace his mind, when to put his mind at peace. He knows how to properly rest. So he's ready to come back for more. I think that also he has great ideas, but there's something, I think that this guy is like he knows how to administrate his ideas and his opinions, or maybe the way even he expresses himself. It seems like he's very selective at everything that he does. And I think that in there relies his power. He's a very powerful guy. It's just that he's so powerful on his own that he needs to administrate his energy. I think that also the acting career is a great way to put his talents to use, because he has a great way of communicating emotions. Um, so so I think that yeah, I think that he had been silent for a while, like, because there are some things probably about the industry that um, that he's just not very happy about. There's something about, and I put these silences because I think that this is how his mind works. That he's like, I need to be in silence for some time. even though I have a lot of things to say and I have a lot of desire to show more, to do more, um, he's definitely a very wise guy. Um, and and he's like, I have to preserve my my rationality. He's also very cold and detached when he wants to, but also very emotional. So I think that he's like, okay, in order to not go crazy, because I feel like he is very much in control of everything about his career, his individual career. So there's something about him being like putting his attention in everything. So he's someone that he's very involved in everything that he does. But that's why he needs a break. He needs silence. He needs to rest. He needs to stop a bit. And and I think that in that way he's able to connect with just being very well, and and I think that probably these breaks also has to do with the kind of characters or maybe the intense emotions in his lyrics or his concepts. Everything that he does is going to be very charged emotionally. So, in order for him to deliver this to its best expression, he needs to take some breaks. So, I think that he's going to do this. He's going to do this. He's doing this because he's about to start another project. And this project is going to be also starting from scratch, like very different from what you've seen of him. He doesn't want to repeat the same roles. This is also another challenge for him because I sense that people want him to follow a certain like formula, and he's like, no, I want to do something different. Now that I'm launching myself into this career, I want to do something different. And in here I think that he needs a lot of a strong willpower to defend his opinion and be like, no, I have a say in this. I think that he learned a lot, through rejection and probably people telling him that he wouldn't make it, and just people being very dismissive and very condescending on him, and he learned a lot about the industry. He learned to work in silence. He learned to work at his pace. It's like my success is silence. I work slowly. I am determined, but I keep it a secret until it comes out. He's also very humble. He's very modest. But inside that silence and that modest and that very humble person, there's someone that is very powerful. So this guy, it's amazing, his energy, really. Um, and I think that this project is going to be very successful. It's going to be very successful. He's going to be also feeling very. Probably he wants to try a role or a concept a bit happier. Something that it's like it's a bit it's a bit on the bright side and not so much like you know not so negative. Um, but yeah, um, I think that he has the potential. If he's going to act again um, with people that are also very passionate like him. Um, there's an older guy. There's like an older actor, someone very influential, someone very popular, that they want him. They want to work with him. They are like, okay, I want to work with this guy. Like I like the way he works. So I see him like doing like is in association with a very well established actor, or maybe the cast is full of of talented people, people that had been in the industry for years. So, but yeah, Park Ji-hoon being part of them. So I think that this is how um, how much he had grown into this industry. There's people that are very interested in him. They respect him. They see his potential, and and fame is coming very fast towards him. So it's very interesting to see his evolution. How everything started as a plan, as a crazy idea, and all of a sudden now he's been recognized. So there's a lot of evolution for him. Um, and also with the cards of the Oracle, he had this Sagittarius placement that is the card of fulfillment. So definitely by the end of this year, he's going to fulfill something bigger. He's going to fulfill a dream of his. A dream of his is going to become true. He's going to have a dream come true. Um, I think sometimes he doesn't realize how famous he is. Like there's something. I sense that a lot of people talk about him, and they include him in their plans or in their conversations, and they talk about his style of working. They study him. They talk about his style of working. Um, and he's just very unaware of all that. He remains very much, I wouldn't say hidden, I wouldn't say hidden, but he remains very much like far away from all you know, the shiny things. He doesn't want to get superficial. Probably his idea of keep being in this industry or keep being an artist is to be unexpected or to be a mystery. I get the word mystery a lot about this guy. He doesn't want people to see him every day or people to have like these perceptions of him, like, oh yes, yesterday we saw him here and he was doing this and this. He wants to remain a mystery because I think that this adds to his um, to how disciplined he is with work. um, I think that also emotionally for him as a person, this this work, these opportunities um, had helped him to overcome a lot. Um, I have the feeling that he was left alone. There's like something about loneliness. You know, about and I don't think that this is about a guy that he's lonely, that he's been left alone, like no one is with him. But I think that he is a kind of guy that he's very sensitive. So probably inside his mind or inside of himself, he he lives in his own world, so he feels lonely. He feels like no one understands him or what it's like to be him. And he also doesn't say that much. Probably if he's struggling with something, he only relies on himself. He's like, okay, I have to, overcome this on my own. Something like this. I don't want to bother others. So I think that that's also very interesting because somehow I think that he's going to learn through his experience and his career, um, Especially in the acting scene, not so much in the idol scene, but in the acting scene, there's going to be a lot of influential people, powerful actors, powerful associations that are going to want to, you know, take care of him and also guide him and also present him to different, it's like they they exist in a different bubble. It's not the same as the idol experience. The actors differentiate themselves and they have their small um, tribes, their small groups, their selected groups. So I think that he's very much welcome and he's going to be welcome in these places. So I think that also they're going to help him trust a bit, you know, his colleagues. There's something about him having trust issues. I get this feeling of, because he comes from a system that it's very, very competitive, and probably him not being that expressive or that, I don't see him like being that outstanding when it comes to entertaining the audience, or in the sense of like, him be like talking too much, and being a lot, or just being that bright person, that funny guy, that having that strong, external charisma. He's more on the introspect kind of side. Um, so I see him like probably like him being like, okay, I don't know if I'm good enough, but probably, being an actor and experiencing this and delivering this acting allows him to somehow give it shape to his ability to empathize with the characters. He definitely uses his empathy a lot. And he's a very deep guy. He's a very deep thinker. He's a very deep guy. He's very emotional. It's just that on the outside, he looks like, like as if he's very detached, or probably like he's not that expressive, but inside of him he has this whole world of strong emotions and sentiments and passion. So yeah, definitely I can see him like doing very well. um he's also he's going to be seen maybe a bit more in company of others, of course, in company of other actors or other just people. And you're going to see him a bit happier, because I definitely believe that he comes from a very cold environment. He comes from, I don't know if maybe also he's recovering from a heartache, like if he had been like, I don't know if he lost someone, or I don't know if maybe he went through some, because I don't see sadness, but I see that he's feeling a bit sensitive about the industry in general. He's like recluding a lot, like hiding a lot from the mainstream. Like, okay, I need to get away from this. I need to get back to myself. Like, I don't. Maybe his last role was too demanding emotionally. Maybe that's why he needs to be far away. But there's something about him being a bit like heartbroken about something. He's like, I don't want to have the cameras on me yet. I have to get ready. But yeah, definitely, and new projects are coming his way, and I believe more recognition. But whatever he's going to do next is going to be like a dream come true for him, because he got the card of fulfillment. So definitely he's ambitioning a role, or he's ambitioning to achieve something, and by the end of the year he's going to get it. So it's going to be very, very beneficial for him. So yes, guys, this is all I have for him. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. Thank you so much. Bye.